If you want to play solos that'll really connect to the changes in the song without a lot of scales and theory, this simple two-step method is all you need. You don't need a new scale for every chord. All you need is one note. And in this video, I'll show you how to find that note and how to make it work in your solos. I'm Dr. George, making jazz simple so that you can play more and think less. There are some pretty well-known methods that tell you that if you want to play over a tune, you have to think about a different scale for each chord. But if that's what you're thinking, there's no way you'll be playing music. See, music is made of scales, but scales don't make music. The progression in every song includes notes that we can target and lines that we can use to shape a solo without thinking about scales and modes. Let's take a look at how that works. But before we do, a quick word of warning. There's a little theory involved, but I promise I'll keep it simple. Let's take a look at Someday My Prince Will Come, one of Miles Davis's favorites. Listen to this solo on the first 8 bars. I played that all in B flat with a couple of notes added to lock into the changes. So here's what I did. First, I identified the diatonic chords. Diatonic means using only notes in the key. And so these are the diatonic chords in B flat major. Because they're diatonic, pretty much any note in the key works, so we don't need to think about chord tones. I'll just put some slashes there. Now that leaves 2 chords that aren't in the key, D7 sharp 5 and G7 sharp 5. Now don't be intimidated by the alterations. Those notes are B flat and E flat, so it's just letting us know that we're still in B flat. The target notes are the notes in the chord that are not in the original key, and in this case, it's the third of each chord, F sharp for D7 and B natural on the G7 chord. So we can play over the first 8 bars in B flat and just target that one note on each of those chords, and then you'll be making the changes. Making jazz simple is what I do. If this makes sense to you, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell so you'll be notified when new videos hit. Now let's take it a step further. We can connect to the target notes using stepwise lines. Chromatic works best, and using those lines as a guide for our solos. These notes can be chord tones or tensions. And Someday My Prince Will Come, these lines are pretty obvious, and they're really the essence of the progression. Let's look at the first 4 bars. There's an F sharp in bar 2, and the line being implied is F, F sharp, G. So where do the B natural and G7 come in? Well, try this. We can add a B flat to each of the first 3 chords, and then when we get to the G, we'll go up from B flat up to B natural. Now we have a line that fits the changes perfectly and leads us into the next phrase. So now for the next 4 measures. That B and G7 leads us right to the C and the C minor chord. And then we're going to reverse the direction of the line, C, B, B flat, A. So at the end of the first phrase, we're right here. Now we play the C. And we can go ahead and hold on to this G. And then when we go back, we're playing the G. Now here's C minor 7, and then F7. And if you want, we can actually play the C minor chord all the way through, and this. Now you might recognize this as a minor cliche. C minor over B, C minor over B flat, C minor over A. Think Stairway to Heaven. Now you don't need to play a lot of notes, and you don't need to play these on the downbeat of every measure. You want to try to disguise it just a little bit. So now it's super tight and you're locked in. The form of this tune is A-B-A-C, and so you can do the same thing in the other sections of the song. See if you can find the target notes and implied lines in those sections. Drop it in the comments. I'll add a demo solo at the end of the videos to show you how it works. Here are a couple of other things you'll want to know. When we add a note to the major scale, we're creating a bebop scale. When we added the F sharp to the B flat, it ends up being a scale Barry Harris calls the flat sixth diminished scale. Another thing is that the target notes will often be blue notes, and you want to make use of that. And the best thing is that if you miss a target note, it's okay. The other notes in the scale will still make it sound pretty cool, and you'll sound fine. So yes, this does require a little theory, knowing diatonic chords in each key and how to spell chords. In my program, I do that work for you, and I give you maps like this so that you can focus on playing first and then think about the theory later. If you're ready to start playing expressive solos over any tune with confidence, sign up for a free lesson. I'll listen to you play and show you one thing that'll make your playing better right now. And if it's a good fit, we can talk about working together. The link is below. So you'll find these implied lines in many songs. There's Never Be Another You and St. Thomas are good examples. And target notes work on any tune. For more on this approach, check out these videos.